So I am about a week removed from going to my first ever party, and I just had to just get this off my chest real quick. So to give y'all a little backstory, right? So I was texting this girl, and I've been texting her for like a few months now, and things have been really well. Like I feel like she really, understands me, and things were just a good time. It was just a good time texting her. So one weekend, she had texted me that she was going to be throwing a Halloween party. I was like, oh shit, that's what's up, Make sure to stay safe, consume healthy amounts of alcohol. I was just giving her, the typical precautions of, having a party or whatnot. Having a party or whatnot. But then she hits me with the, oh, do you want to come to the party? And I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna come. Pause. But there was one problem, and I love her to death. And mom, if you ever end up watching this, look, I just want to say, Michael did not come to that party, You know what I'm saying? Like, he did not come to that party. I just had to get a quick fib off so you would let me go. I'm sorry, mama, I'm sorry. So she had told me that the party was like a week from the day that we were texting. So we were texting on like a Friday or Saturday, and that party was going to be that next Saturday. So I pretty much just had a week to find my little costume and just mentally prepare. Like the mental part, that was really like okay, like I really got to lock in and really, impress her, sort of say, so that, she'll fuck with me. So boom, I ordered my little costume, I ordered my little voodoo doll shit. Like I may put like a picture on it, like on the screen or whatnot, but I ordered my little costume, I'm getting ready, and then I gotta tell my mom. So I told my mom I was going with my friend Michael, and look, Michael, if you end up ever watching this, look, bro, I done put your name in a lot of shit. I just have to throw out a name she's familiar with, so my bad for that, but yeah, I told my mom I was going with my friend Michael, and I actually told her that he was the host of it. So I told her I was going to his party or whatnot. She was like, okay, just make sure you stay safe or whatever. And I was like, I bet. So boom, got the costume, got the permission. I'm off. And this is how it was my first ever party, because I was scared I was gonna be like 2 on time. So I was telling her like, oh, I may be like 15 minutes late, not knowing that party start, like the official start time was 8, I believe, but like I didn't know people get there late, so like the party really didn't start till like 10, like no bullshit. But yeah, I was telling her I was gonna be late. Meanwhile, I was literally like the first nigga there. But so I get to the parking spot, I park there, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I'm really doing this, like I'm in the moment. I'm just like I'm just really just trying to just calm my nerves down and just relax. I'm just doing breathing exercises, and I'm just really just trying to calm my nerves. And like I didn't tell her none of this, so I mean if she ends up watching this, then I was really nervous to meet you, but it went good. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that a little later. But so I was just texting her, and I don't know, there was like just like a lot of just back and forth with like where to park, cause where I was at, it's like a weird spot. It's like it's a beach, or it's an island essentially. So there's like a beach at the very end of it with like weird like parking rules. Like if y'all ever been to like Miami or something, like it's similar to like the parking is similar to that. Like it's just really crazy and just confusing. But figured out the parking situation, sort of, kind of. We'll come back to that, later. But I park at this hotel, and I just decide to walk over. And as I get there, I'm nervous. Like I didn't even knock on the door or nothing, just cause like I don't know, I wasn't trying to scare nobody or something. Cause like I said, like I was like one of the first people there, so I don't know. I just wasn't trying to be like lame or anything, but. Get to the door. I'm still texting her. We was calling like whoop-de-whoop, like where are you? She informed me she wasn't even there, so I'm like, all right, well, I got no point to even like come inside if you're not even there, So, but nah, she told me that her friends were cool or whatever. They'll let me in, this and the third. So I'm just standing behind this car in front of the door, like, so there's the door, and then there was like this car, and I was just like behind it, like just creeping behind it, like on some goddamn fucking The Shining type shit. Like, I don't know, it was just weird. But anyways, one of her friends opens the door, and then she's like, "Oh, you're so and so's friend." I was like, "Yes, sir," or "Yes, ma'am." You feel me? Like, yeah, that's me. So, she lets me in. I introduced myself. There was me, one of her friends, and then like a friend. Like, they're like two, like a friend of a friend. So, I introduce myself, on some gentleman shit. I'm here to impress, I gotta be on my best behavior, put on a good impression, the first impression is always the best impression. You feel what I'm saying? So, had to put on a good face. I mean, I was really just being myself, but, I had to be on my best behavior, but holy shit. So, eventually, like, some dudes come in, finally, like, it was just me, like, this dude, he had dressed up as, my boy from JJK, I can't remember his name. Nanami. My dog, Nanami. So, yeah, we'll just call him Nanami for the rest of the story, because some shit with him, we gonna get into that when we get into that, but some stuff was going down, and he was the center of that motherfucker, so. My boy Nanami, he had told me, "Yo, bro, park by the seawall or whatever, because you won't get told this, then the third." I'm like, alright, whatever. It's like my third time hearing this, but in my mind, I'm thinking like, bro, like this nigga gotta be like drunk already, because what? I'm pretty sure if I parked at the hotel, I would have been A-okay, but whatever. I took his advice, moved my car to the seawall, parked it there, went back to the hotel or whatever, and then about time, she finally pulls up, and she's in this queen, like the ace of spade type joint. So she got like the hearts. I mean, not the hearts, but what does the queen got? I don't even fucking know. But she was dressed up like the ace of spade queen. I should put like a little outfit on the screen, like how she looked, But she had hugged me and stuff, and I didn't really have time to. I didn't really like embrace it like that, because this dude was like saying some shit to me, like I don't even know, but I was like half paying attention, but yeah, I wasn't really like, you feel me? I didn't really get a chance to take in that moment, because that dude talking to me, trying to cock block my shit. But anyway, so after we hugged, they just started like playing music, I took like a couple shots, but okay, one thing I will say about the party, look, once again, if you're watching this, my baby, like you were an amazing host, but like there was no fucking food. I was starving. Like, somebody said they was gonna order like wings and okay, she did order wings, I will give her that, but somebody else was gonna order pizza, but no pizza claim. But what the fuck going on? Like, there was no pizza and there was no goddamn water. Like, there was like this one like jug of water, but then when people started coming in, it ended up being like maybe like 20 to 25 people in like this small like cabin thing. Like, it was like packed. Like, at its peak, it was low-key kind of like scrunched up in there. So and it was only like that little like jug of water. So, and I'm not even gonna lie, I drank like a fourth of that motherfucker. So hey, look, I'm sorry to anybody who was at that party who needed to drink some water to sober up. I hogged like a good fourth of it. Like, so I apologize. So at this point, the party is pretty much underway. Like, there's music going, there's girls dancing, we're just all having a good time. And I'm not even gonna lie, this was like my first time getting just like super drunk. Like, I turned 21 like a couple months back, and I'd gotten tips. I went to a Korean bar, so I'd gotten like a tad bit tipsy like at the bar, but this was another different type of drunk. Like, I was literally like, I felt like I fused with the couch I was sitting on. Like, I felt like I was one with the couch. Like, no exaggeration. Like, I had like this, like, I was sipping on like some vodka. I took like, and I had like a half of vodka, like, or a half a cup of vodka. I was just sipping on that, and then I had like 3 shots back to back to back, and then we had played like this drinking game. We had played this drinking truth or dare thing, and I was getting fucked up. Yeah, I was just done. And I told her, I was like, yo, like I got her attention because we're just sitting down next to each other. So I told her, like, yo, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm drunker as a motherfucker. Like, was completely stuck. Like the plan was I was just gonna go there, hang out with her, you know, have a good time. Then I was gonna just Uber back home and then come and get my car the next day. Like that was the plan, but I got so goddamn drunk. I literally could like I was just stuck pretty much. Like I literally could not function. So like I told her like the plan was to Uber, but I would have had to stay and like sober up and wait a little bit to then Uber home rather than just, like immediately just going home. Like I would have had to just wait on the couch, just chilling for a little bit, just wait for myself to sober up before I could go home. But she told me that I was just too drunk to let me go anywhere. So her plans for me was, spend the night with her, yeah, feel me, and just, sober up when I wake up and things of that nature. And so we just continue talking, and, I'm like making little subtle moves, like nothing too crazy, And I was just putting like my arm around her, and then she was like leaning into me. And then we were just, talking like that, just, really getting to know each other, because that was actually our first time meeting in person. So, I had to make a good impression, and it seemed like she was feeling me. So, but we gonna get to that a little later too. You feel what I'm saying? But unfortunately at this time though, this was around the time people were like saying, I think like there's like a whole group that just went like outside, like separate from the party, and I guess they were like talking shit about like the party, like saying it was like lame, this, that, and the third or whatever. But hey man, like I said before, like I'm here for one person only. I don't give a fuck if the party is the littest shit of all time or if it's like the lamest shit of all time. I don't care, as long as I get to spend quality time with her. I don't care. And I can tell like that was really like getting to her and stuff. So I was just trying to comfort her and saying like, yo, like you try to, get people involved, play like these games, these drinking games, but like people just don't want to participate, and that's okay. Like just let them be, like you can't really force them to do anything they don't want to. So, for those who want to participate, like we can make this shit, we can make this pop together. Like we don't need them, And I felt like she really, she got like a morale boost out of that. I feel like I really like helped her cheer her up. Oh yeah, also as a side note though, so a little bit about me. Look, I am super, to myself and introverted. And like when they say like alcohol makes you social, like I'm like, like that's baloney. Like they were probably already like super social before or whatever. Like it may like increase your like your ability to socialize, but bro, when I tell you, when I was drunk, I was literally just going up to everybody and just like introducing myself and like talking to everybody and just having a good time. Like I usually don't do that. Like I swear, I'm just in my little, space where I'm comfortable, just, just kicking it just by myself. But that night I was super social. So, I'm glad that I was able to really experience that, because that really opened up like another side to me that I didn't even know like I had for real. Because like I'm just to myself, so I don't really go up to people and like just to have like random conversations or anything. So I'm really glad, I got the chance to experience that for the first time. But anyway, back to the story. So we're just gonna fast forward to the end of the night, because not really much else happens. Like we just keep talking, and oh yeah, let me mention this one part actually. Hold on. So there were some, moments of the party where we were having a good time, and like one of her friends, look, I'm not even gonna say her name, like none. I'm not gonna say nothing or nothing, just in case people from the party like watch this or whatnot. But I swear to you, like she was having like a wardrobe malfunction, like every time she tried to like shake some ass, like every single time, like her titties would just pop out every time. Like if she tried to twerk 10 times, she like her titties popped out 10 times. Like in the first time, like I was like, what the actual fuck? Like that shit just surprised me. But like to the 10th time, I'm not even gonna lie, I saw it and I was literally playing the game with myself. I literally took a shot every time like I saw her titties. Like no bullshit. But yeah, and another thing, when we were chilling on the couch, some people, get the alk in their system. They get a little freaky deaky, so some people would go upstairs, and apparently, like going upstairs was forbidden. Like only the people who had put the deposit. So the girl that I was with and like her friends, like they all put a deposit down. So they were all like doing their thing upstairs or whatever. But like random people were also going upstairs, and apparently they were like, there's some people like fucking and stuff like in the bathrooms. I'm like, well, now I know which bathrooms to use and to not use, you know. So that was something weird. And then like the girl who had the wardrobe malfunction, she was, you know, messing with this one dude or whatever, and she went upstairs with him, and I guess people thought they were like fucking or whatever. So she had came back downstairs, and she was like, whoever said that we were doing something, you can catch me outside. Like, you can really catch me outside. I'm like, oh shit, like, what the fuck? And this was when I was still stuck to the couch, so I really was just a potato. Like, I was just like, okay, like, this is crazy. The party ended, and people were leaving. The people who were spending the night, they were on some other shit. So, boom, basically what happened was, I was caked up. So me and the girl, you know, we were laid up in the bed, just chilling, talking to each other, vibing. And it was, oh yeah, let me mention this too. There was also this one girl. She was very cool, but god damn it, her two friends, what the actual fuck? So it was like 3 a.m. at this point, and me and the girl I was with, we were laid up in the bed, you know, watching. What were we watching? Oh, we were watching the first Friday movie. So we were watching Friday together, and we were just, you know, just Netflix and chill type shit. Like, we were just talking, chit chatting, really just, you know, getting to know each other, building our bond, you know. And like a group of one of her friends, like cousins, like it was like a bunch of her cousins, the other girl that I was like cool with, that I made during the party, like her and her two friends, like they were all going to go to the beach. So they all went to the beach, and it was just me, the girl I'm with, and like a couple of her friends that are upstairs. So I end up going to sleep. Like, we both just end up passing out. Like, we don't do anything. We just end up just going to sleep or whatever. So while I was asleep, I get woken up by just a bunch of just arguing, like da 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 da. Like, it was just like, what the fuck? So look, I'm gonna try and keep names to a minimum and as discreet as I could possibly be. So my boy Nanami, right? But long story short, he pretty much just got his girl took. I'm not even gonna lie, and I was feeling bad. And look, you know, like when you like half sleep, you pull like the one eye open type shit. Like, you in the bed with the one eye open. You know, like I was on that type of timing, because they woke me the freak up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And she was knocked out through all of this, by the way. So I was just eavesdropping on what they were saying, and like Nanami got his girl to basically, and like he was getting pissed off because he had taken the girl, like that was her. I mean, that was his ride. I mean, that was her ride. So her, you know, like her ride got jealous that, you know, he got his girl took. That's not his girl, but like, you know, the friends with benefits type thing. So that nigga said, fuck this, I'm out of here. And that nigga just left. Like, that nigga just left, bro. I was like, damn, bro. But then turns out like the nigga was like drunk, so I guess he made the good decision. He just like turned back around and was just like, alright, fuck all of y'all, but I'ma just sleep in my car tonight. I was like, god damn, bro. That shit was fucking crazy. And I know I'm keeping like a lot of this stuff, like, you know, very discreet and just very just, discreet, because I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble or anything, you know. But yeah, so the next day, you know, so how people, when they wake up, you get woken up by like the birds chirping, or if you live near the water, you get woken up by the ocean current
One
or the
down. I know
wind
somebody who
whistling.
won't be having
Well, me,
I'm
I
starting to
had
feel
the
funny.
luxury
feel
of
fine.
waking
I
up
guess I'm gonna.
to pure just
Oh boy, that means I win. I get to eat.
Oh God! Why didn't anybody tell me? Oh my God! My insides are on fire! No, please, no more, no more.
everywhere. And the worst part is we didn't have no trash bags, no gloves, or nothing. And in most case scenarios, I would have just woke up, packed my shit. Well, I didn't have any shit. I just kept all my shit in my pocket. You feel me? I was not going to get caught lacking. All my important stuff was in my pocket. I was not putting nothing nowhere. But yeah, I would have just left in any scenario. But, you know, I told her I was going to clean the next day. So I had to, you know, be a man of my word. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to stay and clean up. And after I cleaned up, you know, I had to say my goodbyes, man. I had to say my goodbyes. But before I left, she didn't walk me back, you know, exactly to my car, because it was like across. Like, my car was parked on the seawall, which was on the other side of where we were staying at. So she just walked me to like the corner, and then I was just gonna, like, you know, just walk across, you know. Not jaywalking, you know, not jaywalking. If there's any police watching, I totally went and walked all the way down to the street and crossed at the crosswalk. I totally did not just cross over whenever I could, by the way. But okay, so we were just walking, you know, and as we were walking, I was really just letting her know that I had an amazing time with her and that she was an amazing host, despite, you know, what people were saying about the party. I just wanted to, you know, reinforce the fact that, you know, she did her best, really. And she was an amazing host. She made sure everybody felt comfortable and safe, and that everybody didn't consume too much alcohol, and that nobody left while they were still like uber drunk or anything. And yeah, so she did an amazing job just being a host or whatever. So, and she really appreciated that from me. And, you know, when we got to the corner, we did a hug, you know. We did a hug, and I held her a little tighter than I did the first time, you know, because I don't know when I'm going to see her again. So, you know, I had to make that one count. And, you know, after we hugged, you know, we were just standing there still just looking at each other. And she was like, "So, you want to kiss?" I was like, "Yeah, shit, yeah." Obviously, I was like in my head, of course. I wasn't, you know, I had to act like I've been here before, you know. So I was like, damn, I mean, my breath low-key smelled like some alcohol, but shit, I mean, if you trying to give me a kiss goodbye, then I'm not complaining. So, you know, she gave me a kiss goodbye, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I had to ask for another one, because, like, you know what I mean, just to, you know, really just, you know, soak in the moment, you know, one more time. So we just, like, you feel me, did another kiss, and, you know, that really opened my eyes, like this love shit, maybe not too bad, you know. This love thing maybe isn't all so bad, you know. So yeah, I ended up saying my final goodbyes to her, and then just like that, I left. But as I went back to my car, saw a goddamn parking ticket. Like, I just knew it. Like, there was no way I wasn't going to get ticketed. I knew I should have just stayed where I was at. But besides from that parking ticket and being woken up to throw up, that day, I'm definitely going to remember that, because, yeah, that was definitely, like, on some movie shit. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Like, in the moment, and I'm not really good at explaining stories. Like, this is my first, like, real YouTube video, so if anything was very, like, confusing, then that is why. But yeah, everything was good, and I managed to get home safe, everything like that, so that was amazing. And then I had to tell my mom, you know, I came back safely, you know, and she was like, "Oh, I'm glad you had a good time, but you gotta text me before 3 a.m, you know, so I know what you're doing." I was like, "My bad." But yeah, I mean, that pretty much ends off the story. And that was, well, from the time I'm recording it was a week ago, or not even a week ago. Today's Friday, so it was last Saturday. So it's been 6 days since. But yeah, actually, this is November 1st, but yesterday was Halloween, you know. But so, yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm glad to whoever made it to the end of this very chaotic and sporadic video. I just want to say I appreciate y'all very much, and you know, if y'all want content similar like this, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be sure to drop another video as soon as I can. Later.